The grass material that comes with Cityscape works very well on distant images, but when you get too close, you can obviously see that it's a texture, right? You can't really do much with it. So we have a Supergrass here. If you go to Cityscape and we go to Supergrass tab, we have grass material applied to our curved area. So the hardscape areas that we have here, with addition to curved area, is just listed in Supergrass. Supergrass doesn't add any new elements. All the elements are existing and they're taken from curved area list and from hardscape area list. The numbers in front of those list items are representing the material IDs for those polygons. So we can create Supergrass for curved area only, for example. And for that, you just need to click one button. You click Enable. Once you click Enable, a new menu comes up and you have Supergrass presets. We have Lawn Summer, Lawn Fall, which is a little bit more yellow, and Tallgrass Summer and Tallgrass Fall. In most cases, you probably need Lawn Summer. Just double click on that. You can see that there's a curved area dash and Lawn S, which means that it's a Lawn Summer. The grass won't be visible in viewport, but once you render, you will see it. So let's just do a quick rendering here. Okay. So, as you have noticed, the Supergrass is only applied to curved area, so it won't affect any other material IDs. Let's just render from that view to understand that. Okay. So we have level of detail in Supergrass, high, medium, and low. For distant aerial views, you can set it to low. For close-ups, you can use high. If you're using Supergrass on a very large area, it might take a while to calculate, so it's recommended to use the low setting. This will reduce the amount of grass strands and increases their size. Okay, so let's apply Supergrass to other hardscape areas as well. For that, the only thing to consider is that there should be a grass material underneath the Supergrass, otherwise it might just look weird. You don't want grass growing out of concrete pavement. So let's just go to that red pavement and assign grass material on that as well. Let's go to red pavement and just double click the grass material. So for red pavement, let's enable the Supergrass and let's choose the Tallgrass Summer this time. Okay, and render. So obviously the Tallgrass a little bit higher than that, so you can see border. Let's try Tallgrass Fall. In order to modify the existing Supergrass object, you can click the Supergrass library and just load the different item. Tallgrass Fall, load selected item, and render again. Okay. So whenever you create a Supergrass, an actual Supergrass object is being created. In order to select the Supergrass object, you just go to the element and use that button, select Supergrass object. And this is the actual Supergrass. You can see that it has a curved area as a source object. Then you have all these parameters here. These parameters are explained in detail on sympolium.com and documentation section. But the easiest way to use it is to look at those templates. You have lawn fall, lawn summer, tallgrass fall, and tallgrass summer. In our case, those parameters are being controlled from this area. But if you want to use the Supergrass as an individual object, which doesn't have any connection to Cityscape geometry, you can do so. For example, if you want to use a Supergrass on a rooftop terrace where you don't have Cityscape, we can create a plain object. What's important is to apply mapping, because Supergrass needs real-world mapping in order to work properly. When it's used inside of Cityscape environment, Cityscape automatically provides it with real-world map size mapping. But if you're using it on custom objects, you have to apply your own real-world mapping on channel 1. Okay, so we have our plane selected. We go to geometry, we go to V-Ray, and we go to Supergrass. Supergrass is located in V-Ray drop-down menu since it's a plugin for V-Ray. And we click Supergrass, and the Supergrass object is created. There's a grass template drop-down menu. The lawn fall is loaded by default, and you can change it to any of those. You have your density. You can find a detailed documentation for all of those parameters if you want to do any custom tweaks. But in most cases, you just need grass template, drop-down menu, and density. And one last thing we have left is that the underlying surface should have a grass material. For that, we can go to our Cityscape. We can take the material library. We select the grass material. And as we select the grass material, there's a name of the selected material appearing in this box. And we drag and drop that material on that object. And again, if we render, Supergrass works very well on large surfaces. As you can see, it's not tiling, renders a lot faster than scattered geometry. For more information, you can visit sympolium.com and documentation section.